What a harrowing night, unified by one overarching theme. You know what that theme is, kid?
Saxophones and black best friends.
Exactly. Saxophones and black best friends.
Nostalgia Knuckleheads with Hades Manticore and Kade Wolfe.
Let's start with Alex Mack.
I'm Alex Mack. I was just an average kid until an accident changed my life. And since then, nothing's been the same. My best friend Ray thinks it's cool. My sister Annie thinks I'm a science project. I can't let anyone else know, not even my parents. I know the chemical plant wants to find me and turn me into some experiment. But you know something? I guess I'm not so average anymore.
Alright, Alex Mack. So
She's starting junior high. That's where we start. And her sister's waking her up. She has a best friend named Ray.
Ray is the best friend who just comes into her house.
Ray is a lady killer. He's gonna,
That kid was very thirsty, I'm gonna be honest with you. He was like, I get to meet some girls, and Alex is like, I'm a girl, and she's like, not you. You don't count.
She's a tomboy, she's wearing like big grungy clothes and backwards cap. She goes to school. She had a spit pod thrown at her or something.
Yeah, some dork threw a spit at her, and everyone in class was like, ha 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 ha, because that's hilarious, I guess.
On her way home, she's crossing like the basketball courts, and who else but Jessica Alba?
Yeah, that was a bit of a surprise. This must be Jessica Alba's literally first role ever, right?
Oh yeah, it's definitely Jessica Alba's first role.
Gotta
She plays
be.
the role of Jessica.
She plays herself in junior high. What a shock!
She pushes her over or something, and she's getting all mad and huffy, and then this guy comes over and hey, are you okay?
Yeah, that guy clearly set up to be her love interest, I'm pretty sure. And I called it right at the start. The mom's like, here, Alex, I got you this troll lunchbox. And wouldn't you know, Jessica Alba, nice troll lunchbox there, loser, as it flies out of her backpack. She gets bullied, and then we start the main...
She runs home.
Everybody hates me. She was so overdramatic. She's like, it's my first day. Everybody hates me.
She's running, not paying attention. She goes in the middle of the road, and there's a guy driving.
Bumbly fumbly security guard man. He's like, I'm gonna, oops, I dropped my soda. Oops, I dropped my sandwich. Oops, I ran over a child on the fucking road.
No, he hits a button with his soda.
Yeah.
It opens up the back of the trunk of his car or whatever, the truck.
Yeah, it opens the back of the armored truck, and then he hits a curb, and then it goes in one of the TMNT ooze barrels that powered up Daredevil and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Gives her powers. She gets a face full of it.
And she looks like she's covered in mud or something.
Yeah, it's supposed to be gold, but it did not look very gold in the initial scene. So then she wanders home.
Well, after being yelled at by the curmudgeon driver.
Yeah, he's gonna chase her too. But he ended up not, because I guess she was just too darn fast.
So then there's a quick aside where Ray's walking down the street and he's doing some sweet saxophone riff.
he just has a saxophone. He's just playing it.
Then she's in the Alex goes to her garage at home and she confides in her sister Annie.
Yeah, that was a little.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I honestly thought every superhero ever would be like, oh, I have to keep my powers as secret as possible, and she wouldn't tell her. No, immediately Annie finds out, and a minute later Ray walks in, and is like, whoa, big accident out there, and then they immediately find out. So that was interesting to me. I honestly didn't think that would happen either.
But I mean, she is glowing, to be fair.
Yeah, it's true.
She turns into ooze, which is pretty much the common thing that everyone knows Alex Mack for, is the ooze,
yeah,
the silver,
That's what I remember the most from seeing promos and bumpers where it's she just powers everything by her. I guess she's electromagnetic. Would that be the right word?
Yeah, she has powers over electric stuff. She's telekinetic, and she can turn into a puddle.
She turns into a blob of ooze that can go through pipes.
So she's basically the Capri Sun people. Okay, so the thing about the puddle thing though is that like her puddle like climbs away from her clothes,
Yeah.
and Max was just like, does that mean that she's naked or?
Yeah, that's what I said first. Like, is she nude right now? And then she shows back up behind like a drawer, and she's like, "Can I have my clothes back, please?" And they gave her clothes back, and then in the next time she does it, she could do it with her clothes. She gained mastery of her powers very, very quickly, you know?
Yeah.
She's like, I can
It
take...
wasn't like a muscle she had to like flex or anything. It was just like, bam.
Yeah, she's like, I can now take my clothes with me. It would have been interesting to have to see her, you know, navigate around that. And she stole Ray's bag of chips. That was pretty rude, honestly. She's like, give me some chips, bitch. She stole his chips. What the hell was that about?
So then the main like head of security guy, he decides that since they found a handprint at the scene of the crime, the accident.
That was my favorite part, that they somehow managed in like a shit ton of mud to find a full handprint. Yeah, the bad guys come, Mr. Humbly Bumbly security guard and that guy. He's like, we need to scan your hands because they're trying to find whoever got, you know, sprayed with the TMNT ooze. And so her older sister does it, and nothing happens. And then, you know, Alex Mack smashes it with her telekinesis, just slaps it right out of the dude's hand. He's like, oh darn, I'm sorry.
And then Alex decides to... They said they had another one in the car. And so Alex is like, well, I can fix that. And so she, like, releases the emergency brake on the car, and the car starts driving backwards.
She became very diligent with her powers. Like, she could smack shit with her telekinesis. She managed to grab the gear shift all the way from the fucking house. No problems, just boom, and it was done. And the car rolled down the street, which I guess somehow destroyed the thing in the seat. The hand scanner. Yeah, the show ends where I guess her and her sister sleep in the same room. When they say, good night, and then Alex, like, turns off the lights with, like, her lightning powers, and it fucks up all the lights in the entire, like, city, or the town. And then it ends with the villain, like, you'll get yours, kid. I think that's a pretty common thing to be mad about. I mean, if someone was fucking with the light, I would swear vengeance against that child. That was the general plot summary of Alex Mack. Alex Mack.
Alex Mack. The adventures of, or secret life of, or something.
The secret world of Alex Mack, if I'm not mistaken. What would you say about Alex Mack, dude?
I'm gonna have to give it a 7.
You gonna give that a 7?
Really like the concept.
I do too, but I was gonna give
concept. They could have done it so much more.
I would give it a 5, just because like I don't know. It was definitely enjoyable, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe I figure Alex Mack like ramps up as it goes on. You know, I don't know if the show got like a dedicated ending or it was just like canceled suddenly, like a lot of shows, but. Maybe it gets better, a lot better as time goes on. I don't know. I never watched Secret World of Alex Mack. This was at a time when I didn't really care about teen drama. Anyway, catch you guys on the flip side. I'm Hades Manticore.
It's been a slice. Talk to you later.
Talk to you kids later.
This has been Nostalgia Knuckleheads with Hades Manticore and Kade Wolfe. Bye for now.